So, you think all disks are created equal, huh? A disk is just a disk, you say? Well, if that's your motto, then you probably also believe that Windows ME was an absolute masterpiece. Hey there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Grumpy Sysadmin, where we shatter your blissful ignorance with cold hard facts. Today's sermon is on the oh-so-tedious topic of spinning disks versus solid-state drives. Why should I care, you ask, while waiting for your decade-old hard drive to boot up? Well, they say ignorance is bliss and patience is a virtue. So if you're a dum-dum who enjoys watching paint dry, then by all means, stick with that prehistoric relic. But for those of us with functioning brain cells and better things to do with our time, let's talk about ditching that ticking time bomb you call a hard drive for something that doesn't make you want to pull your hair out. Let's revive that so-called beast of a machine you have, because we both know the only thing beastly about it is how painfully slow it really is. So get ready, because we're going to shatter some illusions and maybe, just maybe, drag you kicking and screaming into the modern age. Okay, brace yourself, folks, because I'm about to drop a truth bomb on you so big it'll blow your minds. Believe it or not, everything on your computer, yes, everything, including your mindless comments, your secret stash of stories, pictures, and God knows what else, is nothing more than just ones and zeros. I know, shocking, right? It's like saying water's wet. No, don't faint. I'll wait for you to collect yourselves. Where do these ones and zeros live, you ask? Well, in that beautiful place you call storage. You've heard of a hard disk, haven't you? Oh, please say you have, or I fear for humanity's future. So, the hard disk. Mankind's triumph of over-engineering. We've got these ultra-specialized wafers sealed in an environment tighter than your grandma's pickle jars, spinning faster than a politician changes directions. And let's not forget those adorable microscopic heads floating just a hair, well, maybe a fraction of a hair actually, above the disk, scanning it like they're decoding the secrets of the universe. And what's all this high-tech circus for? To store your priceless memes, or your savory recipes so good that no one but your cat would eat. But hang on to your seats, because here's the kicker. Despite all this technological razzle-dazzle, your hard disk reads and writes data slower than a snail doing a marathon in winter. You want speed? You want efficiency? Then for the love of silicon, go solid state. It's like comparing a fighter jet to a paper airplane, people. And now for solid state drives, or as some of you might know them, SSDs, flash storage, NVMe drives, or whatever name you've made up to sound smart at dinner parties. These magical contraptions do the same thing as your outdated spinning disks. But get this, they have no moving parts. That's right, zero, none, nada, zilch. It's like having a car without wheels that somehow still manages to go faster than anything else on the road. And speed? Oh, you bet. Faster than that quick brown fox you've never actually seen but keep hearing about it in typing classes. If you replace your primary drive, and that's where your operating system lives for you cave dwellers, with one of these bad boys, you can transform your sluggish, molasses-slow PC into an absolute speed demon. We're talking about 0 to 60 in like a politician who just found another tax loophole to exploit. Believe it or not, it's actually that fast. Now, I get it. I know you're skeptical. Well, here's what I did. I took an ancient Windows 10 machine, about a decade old, mind you, and equipped it with that once technological marvel that is a spinning disk. I timed how long it took to boot up. Oh, don't worry, I spared it the indignity of extra software or logins, just the bare essentials. Even stripped it down to its unmentionables. Well, booting this relic took over 4 excruciating minutes. 4 minutes! In that amount of time, I could have made a sandwich, eaten it, and had time to brew a cup of coffee by the time the thing woke up. Then, I replaced that antique of a spinning disk with a solid-state drive. Same machine, same installation, only now it's got some solid-state pep in its step. Want to hazard a guess at the new boot-up time? It was 20 seconds. Yes, you heard that right, 20 seconds. From being nearly as useful as a paperweight, this digital dinosaur miraculously sprung to life like a phoenix from a dumpster fire. So, what's that I hear? The sound of your wallets quivering in fear? But Grumpy Sysadmin, you whisper, what's the cost of this witchcraft you call solid-state storage? Yeah, well, because we all know you're cost-conscious when it comes to buying crucial hardware, but you won't think twice about dropping cash on the latest, pointless smartphone app. We've reached the point where you can get a solid-state drive with more storage that's cheaper than what those spinning disks used to cost you 5 or more years ago. Advantages of solid-state drives? Well, let's rattle them off like a laundry list of failures of your favorite sports team. Solid-state disks leave spinning disks in the dust when it comes to speed. It's like comparing a sports car to a tricycle. Defragmentation. That's so last decade. With a solid-state drive, search times are so fast they'll make your head spin. Failures? Sure, when a spinning disk crashes, you might as well dig a grave for all your data. Solid-state drives are less prone to catastrophic meltdowns. Less power and less heat because, wasting energy is so cool. Smaller size, perfect for those who need more space for important things, like more fans in your machine. Oh, you want cons? Sure, why not? Because nothing's perfect, right? Not even solid-state disks. Yes, they're still a tad more expensive per gigabyte, but well worth it in my opinion. Limited write capacity, but let's face it, you'll probably upgrade to something new before that's an issue. They don't always have the same maximum capacity, but hey, larger drives are popping up like mushrooms after a heavy rain. So if you're building, refurbishing, or just giving that computer an overday performance booster shot, go for a solid-state drive. If you can't afford it for your whole machine, at least install it for your operating system. Let me tell you about what really makes me grumpy, or grinds my gears to the point of setting them on fire. People moaning about their pathetic computer performance. I mean, I hand them a golden ticket out of their misery, a solid-state drive, and what do? They act like I'm asking for their firstborn or maybe even a kidney. Oh no, I'll have to reinstall Windows, they wail as if I've sentenced them to a lifetime of hard manual labor. Are you kidding me? What's next? Complaining that using a microwave is too complicated compared to rubbing two sticks together to make a fire? Alright folks, there you have it. A rundown on solid-state drives versus traditional spinning disks. Look, I know some of you are still clinging onto those spinning rust buckets, but hey, if they're getting the job done for you, then fine. But don't come crying to me when your disk latency skyrockets or when you're waiting for what seems like an eternity for your files to copy. The future is solid state, faster read and write speeds, more reliability, less power consumption. It's almost a no-brainer. Anyway, I've done my bit. Hit that like button if you found this useful, or hit that dislike button if you still think spinning disks are the eighth wonder of the world. Feel free to leave your rants or praises in the comments. I'll probably read them and shake my head either way. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any future rants and tech insights from yours truly, the Grumpy Sysadmin. Trust me, you won't want to miss what I've got coming up next. Alright, that's enough for today. I've got servers to manage and logs to review. Until next time, stay grumpy and keep those systems running.